Yo, what's up, guys? How's it going? We are gonna snake today. We're gonna snake, I think. I think that's the move. We'll see if I can keep up the energy. I'm not feeling super I'm feeling exhausted today, that's for sure. That is faux show. But let's go and play through this. Let's play through once, start the stream, and I think I know that we need to we gotta there's still blank ones. Why are there blank ones? It's very strange. Oh, it's the same thing. Here. It's the same thing. It's I'm sorry, I'm lacking the words to explain this. My brain is going faster than my mouth can. In the tile handler, we do apple despawn. It despawns the apple, and then it spawns the effect. We wanted to do the same thing that the spawn apple did, and only spawn the effect if it effectively, correctly, if it successfully despawned the apple, right? So let's do a boolean here, and then do return true if it's an apple, right? Otherwise, return false. Then in the tile handler, we can go ahead and do if this case, then spawn the effect. Okay, so that works, and now we shouldn't get any more like ghost effects, like effects just over random tiles. Should solve that problem. Also, where's this event system? What's up with this? Oh no, not the event system. Wait, where'd the Oh, I got rid of it, that's right. That's right. I recall now. I do have a theory on this. My theory is that actually putting the grid at like Z2 it didn't like that. Just stop this, hold on. Will this work? Oh, no, it's not gonna work. I don't know why not. Where's the rendering? There should be like a order and layer. Why is it always going on top? Let me bring the 3D out of this. And then yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. What is this at now? Oh, the position. Oh, I'm dumb. I put the scale as 2, not the position. That was pretty silly of me. Right, and then I can do this and then play. I would also go ahead and let me do this. All right, hold on. Hold on. It doesn't like when I do that. Let me increase the... Wait over time. Are they not all the same? Oh, this one's 200. Oh, yeah, because this is a different particle. Okay. Let's just like double it. See what happens. Just like triple it. And then make them go way faster. Let's see. I think this is a little too fast. Also, it's 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. Why is it going so long? That's weird that it's like... Oh, I wonder if it has to do with the max particles. Bet if we crank that up, it'll... I think this is too fast though. I think the speed needs to be down to like 25. Maybe even 20. Yeah, that's good. And then you can make the lifetime way lower, right? Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. And then we just have to... see, that sucks. 'Cause now it's... I want just some of the settings to update. Let's see. Let's see. I feel like this would be a nice background. I just have to make sure I execute it correctly. So first of all, duration 2 seconds. Do I just copy these settings to all the other ones? I don't like the fact that there's... I have to like make... I don't like the fact that I have to change them for all of them. Like, that seems silly. me think. Let me think. Let me look at the scriptable because what I might be able to do is put a script on here that pulls from a common data object, and then that pretty much just loads the data object into all of these. So that way, if I change one data object, it'll change all of these. I think that's going to be the way to do it. But I need to... I'm not exactly sure how scriptable objects work.
I have 2 objects.
Oh, well, this guy's going to tell me. That guy was going to tell me. Alright, scriptable object is a serializable unity type derived from unity type.object. So you don't instantiate the object class directly, but you create your own custom C# class. Create instances from those custom classes, yada yada yada. All instances of classes. So instantiate prefabs with the scriptable object. The following example uses the scriptable object to store data defining an authoring time that is later used to determine where to instantiate prefabs at runtime. Boom, boom. So there's a prefab name, int number of prefabs to create, and spawn points. With the previous script in your assets folder, create an instance of your new scriptable object by navigating to assets, create scriptable objects, manage spawn manager scriptable object. So this is the spawner. That's the game object that wants to spawn, and the instance of the scriptable object defined above. So then what is it going to do? On spawn entities, for spawn manager values dot number of prefabs to create, it's going to say instantiate this enemy at these points. And then that entity.name is going to equal whatever. Okay, I like this. I like this. So I was right. Let's do a script. New create. Is this not right? Is this wrong? What does it say? Assets create scripting, scriptable object. Create, oh, scripting, scriptable object script. We'll call this background effect. Alright, let's open this up. And then what do we need? Hold on, let me navigate real quick. Let's go back to effects. Like I just load all this in and I didn't even write any code. Okay. Now we know that we need what? Public float effect duration. I'm gonna set these equal to placeholder values, which are the values that are in there right now, just to make things a little bit easier. Public float. I'll say start lifetime just to be specific. that's what it is. That's what I'm pulling. And that's what then I'll know what to put it into also. Public float start speed. Will be 20. Max particles. This should be an int. You can't have a decimal point. You can't have a decimal particle, a fraction of a particle. Let's set this equal to what? I think 3,000 will probably be enough. Then public float int over time, rate over time. Equals 200 is probably fine. All right, so this contains all the data I need now. It's really just a data point. Was it any different in the example? It was the same thing, right? Yeah, just a bunch of data points. Okay, cool. So there's two different ways we could do this, right? One way to do it, which I feel like is probably the better way, is to do it how the example did it, right? We create the prefab, then settle the things based on the spawn manager. That makes sense, right? That checks out. The other way to do it would be to create a method, or to create another script that specifically like set effect values. And what that'll do is it'll just, we'll give it whatever script, and then, yeah, I don't like that, because then, no, I don't like that. I'm not even gonna finish this thought. Actually, I will, for educational purposes only. You would have to give it the scriptable object, and then whenever that object itself is instantiated, it would take those values in the scriptable object and plug them in. The problem with this is if you ever add another effect, you have to then go and add the script and attach all the variables to it. Whereas this part, you just have to put it once. You just have to attach it. You just have to attach the scriptable object once to whatever object is creating all these objects, right? In this case, it's going to be the tile handler. So spawn effect does all this stuff, right? Which is really good that I made that a method, because now we're going to have a we're actually, I don't want public particle system, do I? Yeah, well, I guess, okay, I guess we'll have public particle system for now. Let's do public particle system background effect, and then we'll do public, what did I call the scriptable object? Background effect, BE values. Checks out. Alright, so now on start, actually, I'm going to call spawn effect slight problem would be that I don't have ooh, okay, this is getting messy really fast. Let's do spawn background effect. I don't know if this doesn't exist, right? But spawn background effect and then just pass in the background effect. And this is getting really messy because no, public or private void, spawn background effect, take in particle system. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. Oh, except I'm not. BE values dot position. We don't have that yet, but let me go make it right now. Cool. Now this exists. Yep. Particle system equals effect. Comment this out for now. Then do effect dot what are all these things? Duration, start lifetime. So first thing, duration is going to equal BE values dot effect duration. What does this say? Oh. There's something about this. There's something about the fact that we have to do like yeah, you have to click the main module. That I think is okay. So now we have to do this, which is really weird, but okay. Main dot start lifetime is going to equal BE values dot start lifetime. What else is there in here? Start speed, max particles, radar time. Main dot start speed equals that. Main dot max particles values dot max particles. Main dot so it wouldn't be, I don't think it would be main, I think it'd be effect dot Emission. Whatever time. P-values dot right over time. Okay. So again, we're gonna have to do particle system dot emission module equals emission. Nope, that's not at all what I asked for. Oh, no, hold on. Emission equals effect dot emission. And then take away the effect here. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, pretty sure that will now work. Let's go back here. That was a lot. But now whatever we interesting thing is that we could probably also set the material here. If we put all the materials in, I don't know if we want to put it in a scriptable object or like in an enum. But either way, oh, here, let me put this back on here. So you could probably do 1.3, honestly. That's probably fine. Just so we know. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm so sorry. Okay. So you could just put it at 0. -12. Okay. Well, now we know. Is that what that was? Zero -12, yeah. Okay. So I think all I need to do is throw any particle system on here as that, and then take the background effect. I'm confused. Why won't it let me put the background effect in the background effect section? I'm a little confused there. It's not a scriptable object. Okay. So I have to, this variable type is background effect. Scriptable. No, it's not. What? No, it wouldn't be. The only reason that's the case is because they named this Spawn manager scriptable object. So why? Oh, that's probably why, because somehow this got, no. Yeah, background effect, BE values. What is going on here? Like, did I miss something? I'm a little confused here. Just a small amount confused. Okay, in the inspector, populate the spawn manager values field with the new .asset instance that you set up. So confused. Okay, let me do a little search here. Can't add scriptable. Can't let's do like can't attach scriptable object in Unity. This is not the error I got. Why I can't drag and drop a game object onto my scriptable object. Scene objects can reference assets, but assets can't reference scene objects. No, but this is an asset. And this is a screen object. I'm so confused. It's obviously like the right thing because all the code, like none of the code is wrong, right? Like when referencing all of this. When referencing all of these, I was able to get the right values. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. property in the same way that you would attach a model behavior script. Scriptable objects and model behaviors serve different purposes and have different life cycles. How to reference, okay, hold on, let's pull this up. How to reference a scriptable object from a model behavior. Use the data stored in, you need to create a reference to an instance of that scriptable object in your model behavior script. Okay, so this is what I did, my custom data, and here we have my custom data, my data. Am I missing something? Oh, I see. I see. Oh. Okay, now I get it. Now I get it. This now makes sense to me. Okay, now we can run this. What? Left out some critical reasoning. Okay. Setting the duration while the system is still playing is not supported. Please wait until the system is stopped and all particles have stopped. So it should only do it once. It's in the start method. And it shouldn't play until and we can do pause also. I don't necessarily know what the deal is with this. Let's try this. See if this gives an error. Okay, so I don't think that was good. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Hold on. Where's prefabs effects? That's so funny. We can keep variant in there, but oh, whoops. I didn't realize it was just like duplicated in variant every time. My bad, my bad. Okay. Whoops. So it still doesn't like doing this. I don't know why. Setting the duration while system is still playing is not supported. Please wait until the system has stopped and all particles have expired or call stop. Okay, let's try it. Let's try calling stop. Let's see if it's lying to me. If it really means it. Oh, that is really unfortunate that all those didn't get renamed, but oh well. I miscoded this, didn't I? Sure did. I was wondering why it was that effect. I was like, I put the right effect in there. I thought I was just going crazy. I'm not going crazy. I'm just dumb. Who knew? Who knew? Okay, so let's take a look at this because I have a feeling that it's not quite what I thought it might be. So its start speed is 20. It's just a little fast, if you ask me. Also, let me take the backdrop. Let's just take this out for a second, right? Okay. So they're not going anywhere. Why? Ah, we didn't change the shape. Yeah, we did. Okay, they don't seem to care about that. Public vector 3 rotation equals new vector 3 negative 90 not negative, not equal sign 90, negative 90 0 0. Okay, save that, go back to tile handler. This has to be a quaternion. B values dot rotation. Can I do like dot? Is there a quaternion dot? Creates rotation from direction to direction. Is there a vector? I don't know that there would be a vector 3. Okay, so I mean, what we could do to just make this all easier on everybody is do that and then do the fact that game object dot transform dot rotation equals b values dot rotation. What? Oh my gosh. Okay. Hold on. Unity vector 3 to quaternion. Quaternion? Quaternion.Euler. All right, there we go. That should work, hopefully. Hopefully. So if we go to scriptural objects, we can do this, and we can say, okay, let's ramp up. Speed a little bit. Okay. I was really confused. I was like, why did it just disappear? No, you actually can't. It doesn't work like that. Doesn't work like that, actually. We could... check it like this. I think the spawner needs to be higher. Okay, yeah, so let's do like, what if we did like 300 here? And then what if we brought this up to like 50? So what if you're playing this? Now this is, it's pretty intense. I will admit this is pretty, oh gosh. Open this up. Maybe. Can we? Okay, yeah, we go. Here we go. So yeah, let's do 300 here. Also crank this to like 5,000 because that might have been messing with the 2. And then start speed. Let's put this at 50. I think that's fine. All right, and then I want to make sure that I do these enums correctly. Right, it's like I know what a basic enum is, but I don't know how to make an enum that has like a bunch of values. So, okay, this is the definition, right? Like, this is the doc page. An enum's value types defined by a set of named constants of the underlying integral numeric type. So to define an enum type, use the enum keyword, specify the names. By default, the associated constant values are type int. They start with 0 and increase by following. You can explicitly specify any other integral numeric type as an underlying type of the enumeration. You can also explicitly specify the associated constant values. You cannot define a method inside the definition of an enum. To add functionality, create an extension method. The default value of an enum type E is the value produced by expression E of 0, even if 0 doesn't have the corresponding enum number. So, can you do enums that are not of integer types? That's what I want to know. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on, I'm asking Gemini real quick. So we're making a game. And what do I want? I have a group of like tile objects that I need to associate with materials. So based on, it'll be based on the tile object I have, I will need the corresponding material. So let me just ask, would a enum be a good way to group these data points together? So it's saying that an enum would be a good starting point, you know, grass, dirt, water, stone, yada, yada, yada. But then you're going to need a dictionary to get everything anyways. Or a scriptable object. Can you show a more elaborate example of using a scriptable object? Because like here, I'm thinking you have a scriptable object per tile? Because then that's not really... Is that what you want? I feel like no. Well, so maybe. Let's see what it says first, but I have a couple ideas that I'll elaborate on. First, create a base scriptable object. So string sprite string int. This is an item. Then a potion overrides use. Okay, hold on. Can you curate an example based on my situation I outlined above? Okay, so here is a curated example for Unity project using enum with, okay, so we have an, I don't necessarily need an enum, but okay. So we have a tile entry, which is a tile type. Okay, so that's where this comes into play, right? That just gives it a tile type, right? Then we have material. Then list entry is the list that will hold all our tile entries. A dictionary for fast lookups at runtime. This method is called after the object is loaded, so initialize. So material lookup equals new dictionary. Okay. So when you initialize an object, you create a new dictionary for the material lookup. See, this doesn't seem right. And then for each variable entry in the tile entries, okay, but no. I don't really like the way that's looking. Here was my idea. Let me open up the whiteboard, or the blackboard for a second. So my idea was much different. Is credit gonna open? It is. Okay, cool. Okay. So if we had a scriptable object, that's, I don't know how I came with SCOJ, but that's just what it is. Seems distinct enough. You could have a scriptable object for each tile type, right? So, you know, like you have one for blue and green and red and purple or whatever. You could do that. You could also do it as you have a scriptable object which has a list of all these, right? Blue, green, red, purple, So that's a possibility. For this one, you would need a list of all these scriptable objects. In well, you need it somewhere, right? Right, wouldn't you? You would have to reference it. Like in the grid, you would need this or something. With this, you just need this referenced in the grid. And then you would need like a you need like a get material. Given blue, or like get tile given blue. There's a couple spots that we need to go from. Based on the tile, we need to get the material, right? It's really how it is almost all the time. Right, because based on whatever color we're changing to, we need to get the material to change the effect. You could also possibly say that there's like a reverse, right? That you could also go the other way. Which I think is less likely, but still, like, I don't think we're doing that right now, but it's possible that it might happen in the future, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But what I'm saying is you could convert this entirely to having like a type, which will give you either tile or material. So right now I have a list of tiles, and then this is what I'm using to go to, like, this will go to a material. Right now, I'm just doing things with the tiles. But what that would end up being, I don't like that at all, is instead that'll be a list of types. And in fact, I don't even need to have a list of types because I just have a public reference to the type, which is the enum. So instead, you just have a type, and then for that type, you can have get material or get tile. Okay, this seems good. I think I understand what I'm doing now. No, I don't. I lied. So I put this type, so the type is just an enum. But then where do I put these at? That was my question. That was my question, indeed. We could probably put these in a scriptable object, right? Scriptable object would have to reference this. We'd have to reference the type, and then just logic out to get material and tile. I think so. Let's read over what Gemini said again, because I'm curious now if it'll make more sense now that I worked this all out. So it's saying you create a type. Okay, that makes sense. Then in the scriptable object, you have a class for tile entry that is a type and a material. Okay. You then have a list of this class tile entry, which is tile entries. Just set that to an empty list, and then you have a what else? You have a material lookup, which is a dictionary that maps tile type to material. Okay, that's good. I need that mapping. And initialize will take. So on initialization, so when this scriptable object is initialized, I believe, it'll say, okay, material lookup is a new dictionary. Let's go ahead and for every entry and tile entry, so essentially for each type we have, if material lookup does not already contain that type, then add an entry to the dictionary mapping the type to its material. Which is strange considering the fact that wait, no. This is very interesting because tile entries is never populated. It's set to a new list of type tile entry, but there's no entry in the list. Like, it's not full, it's empty. So this never even runs. That's weird. But I get what it's trying to do, I think. I think it's saying for every, for every type, just go ahead and map that type to... Where's it getting entry.material from, though? Oh, because this is the class. This is not the type. Okay. Yep, no, I see what it's doing. This makes sense. Then there's also a method called getMaterial, which says material lookup equals null. Oh, if material lookup equals null, then initialize. Otherwise, material lookup dot try get value type out material turn material. Okay. Now in the Unity editor, right click your project window, go to create game tile data collection. Oh, you have to add all of the materials to... For each entry, select a tile type from the dropdown and drag the corresponding material. I don't think it's gonna work like that though. I don't think the inspector supports that, but I could be wrong. I don't know too much. I don't know a whole lot, you know? But we'll see. We'll see. Oh, I need to... I think I already checked my fantasy baseball team. I think we're okay. I'm in the fantasy baseball championship right now. It's getting real hot and heavy. I just need to make sure that I picked up all the right players before tomorrow. Before tomorrow. Okay. I get what it's doing now. I don't know if this is gonna work, but it's been right so far. It's proved me wrong multiple times, so we'll see. The script will be the central point in your game for accessing the tile data. You can attach this to a game manager or tile manager object in your scene. The tile manager might look something like this, right? So you have the data collection, which is this scriptable object. So this is the data, right? This is the data. Then you're gonna have static instance for easy access from other scripts. Okay, so public static tile manager instance get private set. Okay, interesting. So on awake, singleton pattern to ensure we only have one instance. If instance equals null, instance is this. If tile data collection equals null, tile data collection dot initialize, or is not null, then initialize it. Okay. Otherwise, if instance is not null, then destroy this game object. Okay. Get tile material is just gonna do tile data collection get material. It's pretty much what I was saying to do, wasn't it? And let's see, tile object might do something like tile renderer equals get component renderer. Tile material equals tile manager dot instance dot get tile material. Tile type. Okay. That was really eye-opening, I will say. That was very I feel like I definitely wouldn't have done it that way. But either way, first things first, right? We need scripts, not sprites. We need a script. Let's call this tile types. And this is just going to be, I actually shouldn't even put public class. It's just going to be a public enum. Tile type. And let's say we got empty. We have, and then other than that, just the colors, right? Let's do blue, green. Oh, no, we've got cyan. Blue, cyan, green, lime, pink, purple, red. There's also orange. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I got them all. Okay, cool. So now we have the enum. So now let's create another sprite. Another script, sorry, another script. And let's create a scriptable object script. And let's call this tile data. And then let's do private class tile. Let's call it tile. And we'll do public tile tile type won't be lowercase, and then public material. Then let's have a public list of tiles. Let's call this tile. Let's call it tiles equals new listed tile, and we need to use this. Why can't we call this tiles? Okay, so this has to be public. Okay. So let's see if they're right. Let's see if this guy's right. Let's see if he's right. And this is create scriptable objects, tile data. I think that's fine. No, so this is not at all. That's not how this works. If I do like a public list of like integers, and I call this, yeah, sure, do that. That would probably show up here. Yes. Ooh, I guess it would. So that's the problem is Set it as public. Okay. Oh, did it tell me to do that? Did I just like? Oh, system serializable. Okay, it does know what it's talking about. This is insane. This is insane behavior. I did not think it was gonna know what it's talking about. This is Gemini we're talking about. It's like, it's not the oh, guys. The music got messed up, guys. Nobody told me that I went over the playlist. What time even is it? 8:30 already? Dang, guys, we gotta cook. All right, let's so yeah, now we can do tiles. Oh, all right. We can just set it to 9 also. I will say this is pretty good. AI's not doing me dirty yet, surprisingly. Do I have to credit AI in this game? Do I have to say this game was just a little itty bitty tiny bit developed by AI? Just subtract this one. Then let's go to let me subtract empty for now. Let me do that because I don't think we're gonna need to. And then we're just blue, cyan, green, lime, orange, pink, purple, red. And then also there should be a public I thought it was an action tile. What is it? Auto tile. I was close. I had the right idea. Another interesting thing is I could set, so here's where I get carried away, right? Is it better to make the tiles in the tile and then add it to here, or is it better to add the sprite and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it better to add the tile itself? Is it better to make another tile and then add it to here? Or is it better to add a sprite and then assign the sprite to the tile dynamically. Probably assign the sprite. Like in the grand scheme of things, that's probably the better. That much. I think this is gonna be too much work. I will say none of these have names, so that's not helpful. Okay. So this one's red. So we can name this one red tile. Pink tile. Lime tile. Cyan tile. Orange tile. Blue tile. And was this green? Oh, purple. Purple tile. And we need to change the snake tile to green tile, because it's no longer just a snake tile. Now we need to go to objects, tile data, tiles, blue, cyan, green, lime, orange, pink, purple, and red. Now we can go to that. Okay, now what I need to do is I need to create a, let's do a private dictionary of tile types to tiles. Nope, not tool, not toothpick. Tiles. I'm trying to break my computer, apparently. We're gonna call this tile map. And yep, we're gonna do that. Then yeah, I guess public void initialize. Let's do for var tile in tiles. We'll do this just in case. If tile map dot contains key tile dot type, so if it does not contain the key, then let's do tile map dot add tile type tile. I think this is correct. And then we can do public void get material, taking in the tile type. And that'll be tile map type dot. So this should actually return, and this should actually have a return value of material. Does the audio sound scuffed to you guys, or is it just my headphones? Because that sounds very scuffed. Okay, cool. And then I'm gonna copy this, paste it. Instead of get material, it's gonna be get tile object, and I'm gonna say auto tile, and it's gonna be, I'm gonna do tile object instead, just because the names are getting a little confusing. That's all. Okay. I don't know if that was super inefficient or not, but that's what we're doing here. So that's how the cookie's gonna crumble, bro. That's how the cookie's gonna crumble. You know, it's the way it is. So now what we do is, I think we do a tile manager? Like, I'm not going exactly for what Google Gemini is saying. Now, should I? Maybe I should. But also, like, I don't really want to do that. I don't want to just copy you word for word what it's saying. I want to use some critical thinking skills, do stuff because I think it's good. Especially like this part, this is how it's connecting to my actual code. So there's two big scenarios I can think of right now where it's going to need to connect. One is the grid, because the grid has references to all these different tiles, right? Empty, snake, apple, yada, yada, yada. You name it, it's here. And this is what's actually setting the tiles, right? So like set apple. So this is going to need to get the material from the type. So we could theoretically just plug the tile manager into this, but also if we just do tile type, no, not tile type, do tile data. Yeah, it should be private tile data equals tile data called TD. I do want to see where Gemini is putting these methods in the, because it's essentially it's creating it as an instance, right? But it still has an awake. Because it's saying a static instance for easy access from other scripts. Singleton pattern to ensure we only have one instance. In Unity is awake or start ever called on static classes? Okay, no, I wouldn't think so. I'm not super familiar with singletons. I'm gonna be honest. I know it's like really bad of me. But let's see what it says. Singleton is a design pattern that ensures a class has only one instance and provides a global point of access to it. So these are for managers, right? The most common way to implement a singleton is by using a model behavior class and a static property. And then if an instance already exists, destroy this new one. Instance is not equal to null and instance is not equal to this. Oh, okay. Is that what this did up here? Because this is something slightly different. This did if instance is equal to null. I see. And then how does it do it here? It doesn't do it at all. It just does tile manager that instance. Okay, let's go with that. I'm going to try. I know that there's some downside to singletons. I don't know. Game design patterns right now, and it talks about patterns like this. I have not gotten to the singleton section, so if you come back to me in like a week, might have a different opinion on this. But as of right now, we're just gonna roll with it. We're just gonna roll with it. Roll with it, because why not? Why not? So I believe it was public static tile manager instance, I believe. And then it also is saying get private set. Okay. So then we're going to do td dot initialize. That's what it said to do. Okay. Then I guess we just do public material no. Nope. Public material. Get material. Tile type. And here we're just gonna do td dot get material type. Cool. This is going to return auto tile. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Now we can go into grid. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to get rid of these and this. It's obviously going to have a lot of errors. But what I'm going to do instead is do... Actually, it's going to be a private tile type equals current tile. And then I'm going to do tile manager dot instance dot get tile object using current snake tile. Perfect. There we go. And in fact, I think what I'm going to do is do a private auto tile get current snake tile, and it's just going to return this. I think that's the vibe. I think this is the vibe. Why not? Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, wait. Okay, so now this is set apple, right? And so what we're doing is if the snake if is not snake color, where is this? Oh, then pick a random range from 0 to fruits.count. We're gonna do this in here too. Public get random tile object. Turns an auto tile. We're going to return okay, cool, perfect. Save that. Public auto tile get. I have it in here. Perfect. Guys, we're so good at this game. Okay, so then here. Let's do another one of these. Just get random tile. Boom. So yeah, change snake color. Then just sets no, it should be get random type, I think. I think that makes the most sense. Because to get tile, if you get a random tile type, then you can get a random anything, right? So that makes the most sense. Okay, so then get random tile type. Then you go up here. What you do is do tile type equals get random tile type. Then you set the tile to at position to wait, what is it? I thought it was get tile object. No, what is it? Get current snake tile. Okay, so that's interesting. That's not exactly how I want to do it. We could just set it as tile manager dot instance dot get tile object and put in tile type, and that would theoretically work. That would work. Otherwise, set tile position, and that would just be get current snake tile. Do 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 do. So I feel like this might break a lot of things, to be honest with you. I'm really scared to test this in any way, shape, or form. But I took out these variables and it's fine. So where did I change it at? So here, when you add to the snake, you're getting the tile, you're setting the tile to you're setting the tile is apple to false. Then you're saying, okay, this is the position of the current tile, and then set the current tile to the current snake tile, and then set snake being true. Okay, so that sounds good. When you check the tile, if the tile's an apple, if the tile is this current snake tile, then return 1. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, now when you set the apple, if it's not supposed to be the snake color, then what you're gonna do is get a random tile type, and then set the tile for the set the tile in the needed position to the tile object of that random tile type. Otherwise, set the tile to the current snake tile. Change snake color just does get random tile type and sets that to the current snake tile. Change snake tile, sets tile at the given position to the current snake tile. Alright, low-key looks good, so we're gonna try it. I do not know what's gonna happen, guys. This could go so horribly wrong. In fact, I'm really expecting it to go horribly wrong, to be honest with you. Okay, errors. What does the grid need set to an object? Yeah, so it doesn't like this. It doesn't like whatever this is about. Let me go back to Gemini and see if maybe it told me to do something with the instance. Drag your world tile data asset from the project window into the... Oh, okay, that makes sense, actually. Wait a minute. How are we supposed to set the tile manager to be anything? Okay. So it should be public also. And then I guess attach this to the game manager. And attach that there. Okay, now let's see if it works. It might. It might. Maybe. No, I didn't like that at all. The given key empty was not present in the dictionary. Where would this have... Okay, so I guess we do need I lost my train of thought. Oh, I guess we do need to put empty in tile data, right? And we don't have a... Oh, no. Don't put it in there because we don't want it to do anything. What we need to do is, what is this, tile data? So do if I mean, you could I think you want to do a separate one. I think is how you do this. I think how you do this is public tile, empty tile, and then if you try and get the object or the material, if you're trying to get the material of an empty tile, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you're out of luck. But the type itself, you could just do if type equals tile type dot empty. just return empty tile dot tile object. You could do that. I don't think that's the best way to do it. That's very like exception way. I think the better way to do it is if tile map dot contains key type so I think if it doesn't contain the key, then just return the empty tile. Probably just do that here and then just do material, even though there won't be a material, so it'll still return null, but at least it'll do it here instead of here. That should give you some indication of what's going on. In fact, let me even just put this will error out as there is no material associated with an empty tile. This will error out. Do not commit to this line of code. Like, do not ever trigger this line of code because it will fail. Just so you're aware. Okay, and now empty tile should be empty, and the tile should be the empty tile. And that I believe should do us much better. We should be doing better with that. Let's see what's going on here. Let me see what's up here. So you're getting a tile at like 0, 0, 0. You're just telling me there's no tile, or what's going on here? Oh, it's because, yeah, that's why. So for some reason, it's setting the tiles to just like a null. Like, it's just, I don't know why, but it's setting the tiles to null. Watch. That's not a green tile because stuff is going through it. Yeah, it's not a green tile. It's for some reason, it's just nuking the tiles. I don't know why, but let's see whenever I set tile. Well, the first thing I do is add the snake, right? So does get current snake tile just return null or what? No. Get current snake type is just like nothing to begin with, so maybe we change that and do that. It could actually be the problem, because if it's just trying to set him to no, yeah, no. If it's trying to set him to empty, it should still set him like to gray. But that definitely is a problem, but I don't know if that's like what's causing these errors, you know? Not sure. So we're just getting nulls. I assume this is just 187. Assume 187 is where I just put that statement in. Yeah. Okay. That's interesting because tile manager instance get tile object calls this, right? Which calls td.getTileObject, right? td.getTileObject. There's a lot going on here. Let's just attach the Unity. That's what we're gonna do. We're in debug mode. Yeah, attach to Unity. Where do we want to pause this guy? Why don't we start at the beginning? See what we can get from here. Let's try this. Let's see what we can scavenge from this this debug sesh. I told you guys this wasn't gonna work. Like I already knew it wasn't gonna work. You ain't gotta tell me twice. So we're here. Then it puts us there. We're just gonna bring us here. Let's see what TD is. I'm curious what TD is. Okay, so there's 8 things in the empty no, there's 8 things in tile map and 8 things in tiles. So like blue, the value is tile data.tile. Blue tile object is null. That's a new one. Why is it null? Oh, you. No. Nope. I don't know. I don't actually know why it's null. I could actually know why it's null. Hold on. Pause this. I may have a hunch. I changed the name, didn't I? Yeah. That'll do her. That'll do her. That would make sense. I changed the name from tile to tile object, so now I have to go and redo all this. Good call, good call. That I really hope this fixes the problem, because otherwise I got no clue what's going on, bro. I got no idea. But I think this genuinely should fix it. Like that seemed to be the problem. There was just like it was just returning nothing. And I knew that it was returning nothing. I could tell. I caught on to that pretty quickly. Guys, this isn't even funny. It's not even funny. This is just elite gameplay, bro. I'm an elite player. Don't even play with me. Look at this. Look at this. I'm just cracked at the game. Cracked. Oh, we're getting fast now. Oh! Okay, that's fine. I like it though. I like it. So now what I want to do actually is go to materials and textures. Can I open this up? It's gonna open in Critter, right? It should. I thought it would. Oh, it does. Okay. So if I do this? And what if we just make it a tad bit lighter? Oh, bruh. That makes much more sense. Yeah. So now is everything gonna update accordingly? Yeah, it does. Okay, cool. Okay, so just note the blue one is lighter. Now, what we do is we take the input handler. No, not even close. Not even close. With the tile handler. Spawn background effect is going to... You know what's really funny? Is I went through this entire process totally forgetting. I did the entire effects thing totally forgetting that I was just going to plug the material in. So I don't need 10 different prefabs. That's fine. It's just coding practice, honestly. It's fine. It's fine. It's no big deal. No big deal. We're just going to crank this out really fast. It's no big deal. I have the grid, right? I need the... I need this current snake type. Public tile type, get current snake tile type. really pushed on this one, and it's just going to turn current snake tile. There we go. Then here, current snake tile type. And what do I want to do with this? What I want to do with this is I want to do tile manager dot instance dot get material. Actually don't even want to do that there. Actually don't even want to do it there at all. Not even close. I'm spawning it here. You know what? I actually want to do something that I think is going to be a little better. And not such a long name, bro. New change snake color. Return the tile type. And then just return this, yeah. Then we can go here, do this, and I can do tile type. Yeah, tile type is fine. Instead of here, I can do, whenever I do this, oh, it's no. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's literally fine. Hold on. This is. I think this is. I'm going the wrong way with this. I think this is actually worse. New tile type. I'm like fairly positive that this is actually worse. But we could do particle system dot I thought it was. I know there's gonna be error in here, but I just need to see the effects. It's renderer. Oh boy. So render is not in here. Neither is material. So how do we set the material? I don't know how to set the material. Is there like not an option for this? Unity 2D, how to access particle system material. Particle system renderer. Okay. I didn't know that was how that worked, but let me go back because I'm curious. Because component reference shows module component. Where's the render? Is there a scripting API for this page? Nope. Huh. Alright, so I don't even think that works. Oh, we could do, I guess, like... Does this work? Oh, not emission. It would be, effect. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Dot. What do we have? Oh wait, hold on. I didn't want particle system. I wanted render. There we go. That makes more sense. Dot material equals tile manager dot instance dot get material tile type. Holy Christmas, that was such a stretch, bro. Holy cow. Whew. Hopefully that, I don't know, hopefully that works. I have no idea if it will, but I think I did it right. I don't know. We'll see the error. We'll see the error somewhere. Alright, a couple things. First thing is get this out of here. Gone. Get out of here. Okay. Second of all is it's not ever creating a... It's literally never doing this. Why? Why no spawn background effect? try debugging it. It doesn't seem it's ever getting here for some reason. And I don't know why. But let's see. Oh, so it is. Okay. So I just didn't see it the first time. I just didn't wait long enough. All right, perfect. So it's actually just doing all of them, which is I thought about this after I already set this up. But what I want to do is actually have a global public particle system, call it like previous, not egg effect, and then just set previous effect is equal to effect. Also do this here. And then after, I guess before you spawn it, destroy the previous effect. That way you don't pile them all up. You don't really want to do that. And so we shouldn't notice anything. Like we should see them that they're being spawned on the side here, but we shouldn't actually visually see them because they'll be the same color. That's my guess, at least. Okay, so blue you can tell is different. Purple you can't see. Also, they're all marking as pink screen variants. Oh, yes, that makes sense. Okay, wait till it comes back around to... The cat is behind the computer. Like, Waffle, what are you doing? Why'd you trap yourself back there? You're just gonna rip all the cords out of the wall. Please come out, sir. Please come out. You can't play behind the computer. Okay, anyways. I want to see the blue one again. I want to, like, should I go lighter on all of them? Or darker? I don't know. Please come out. I'm trying to coax him out. There we go. Good job. Nice work. All right, the blue has not showed up again. This is not very encouraging. Hopefully soonish. Waffle, what are you doing, bro? It is not playtime. Bruh. When's the blue one gonna come back? I guess we might as well play while we're, waiting. Still no blue. This is kind of outrageous at this point. I narrowly missed myself there. Oh. Okay, what, like, actually, what is this? Why is there no blue? Okay. What do we think about this? I think it needs to be a little more... Okay, first of all, it needs to be wider. Okay. Is there a... How do we get it to go, like, further out? We could just, you know, widen the scale, but... I mean, that's pretty big, but what if you maximize it? That is not that big. I think the colors definitely need to change also. I think it needs to be even, I think even lighter. You could switch them around. I wonder. Let's see. This might mess with it. I don't think this is gonna mess anything else up, but like it theoretically could, but I don't think it will. So for blue, let's put the cyan texture in there. Cyan material. And for cyan, let's put the blue material in there. For green, let's put the lime material. Lime, let's put the green material. For orange, I'm gonna do red material. And then pink, let's do purple, purple, pink, and then orange, red. I'm curious to see how interesting this is. I don't know if it's gonna be good. I feel like it's probably not gonna be good. It might be good for some of the colors, like this one. That's not bad, right? Like that's respectable. What if I turn the opacity on this? No. Can I turn the opacity on this? I don't think I can, but... I don't think so. What about like one of these? Nope. the only way to do it, which is actually probably not a bad way to do it, would be to change the opacity on the entire thing. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Hold on. Curious. Call me George the way I'd be curious, bro. What is the empty tile using? Tile 3. Which is slightly not opaque. Alright guys, I gotta get off. I've been on the grind with this. Oh. Okay, this could be... Guys, this could be the start of something new right here. Oh my gosh. This is definitely a seizure and a half. Oh my gosh. Oh, what? Why is pink still pink? It's like, this isn't the greatest, right? It almost looks blue. But I feel like the other ones look so good. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. It's like low-key, it's low-key pretty fun though. Need to make the effect wider. It's not bad. Okay, so yeah, crank the... So I think keeping that at 100 is good, but then... set this to like 7,000 and change the rate over time to about 500. And let's see that. All right, guys, I'm gonna stop grinding. I'm probably gonna upload this tonight. I have one more idea. I might not even do it on stream, but we'll see. I'm gonna upload this, so if y'all want to check it out, check out my itch.io page, and it should be up there tonight. If not, then in the next day or so. But appreciate y'all for hopping on the stream with me. Tonight was a long one for sure. But not for sure. It was like 20 minutes longer than usual. But anyways, have a good night, guys. Thanks for hopping on.